So, inspired by your talk, I decided to draw my inner critic
Right. Okay.
and was instantly beset by reminders from my inner critic that I cannot draw.
Right.
I was going, well, he can draw it because he's an artist. Why? Why do I think I can draw it? But I went for it anyway
Yeah.
because you have a gallery of other people's drawings of their inner critics, which I will link to in the show notes, and that inspired me to try. So I'm going to show you, and I'll also
Yeah.
put them on social media. So
Yeah.
first of all, I tried to draw like an angry barking dog in
Yeah.
right. Let me.
Yeah.
What I actually drew was a really happy dog.
Oh, lovely.
So I thought, okay, it needs to be angrier.
Yeah.
So I drew a thrilled dog.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was like, okay, so let's put the angry dog to one side. And I drew like a generic person with various
Yeah.
things, but that didn't feel quite right. So what I ended up with was like a hybrid monster person
Yeah.
in weird colors that it has a black speech bubble.
Yeah.
And I don't know quite why that felt more right, but it did.
Yeah. How was that process of doing all the different drawings?
I think initially I was like, this just proves I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then I got a bit determined and I was like, no, I'm going to have something.
Yeah.
I think if I hadn't known we were having this call, I might have given up earlier.
Right.
But I thought, no, I'd got my pens out, I'd found a notepad, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I think by the final one, I was like, it is not what I had in my head.
Yeah.
It is not that, but it is
Yeah.
something that feels representative of something that the image in my head was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And thank you so much for sharing them. It's always inspiring and moving to see other people's things. And that's the thing, is because we're working in lines and shapes, and you do have words on that final image, it gives us so much to work with. It's like we can start to ask questions of it. And even those early ones, it's like it may be that our inner critic or our historic art teachers say, no, that's not right. But even that first one, it's like, oh, wow, the dog's happy. So what's the dog happy about? The dog's happy about, and it's got big teeth. The dog's happy because it keeps getting fed this food. And so one of the things I love about it, and I encourage people to do, is treat everything as potentially relevant. Like all of those drawings as being potentially relevant. Whatever comes out. Linda Barry's an amazing art teacher that, if people want to read her work, I can't remember, she wrote a book called Syllabus. She's done a load of beautifully illustrated books. And she said, people say to me, I can't draw. And I say to them, what do you mean? And they say, well, the stuff on the page doesn't match what's in my head. And she says, well, that's of course it doesn't. What's in your head is a thought. Drawing comes out the body. And that's just such an amazing thing. It's like those dogs. The more you try to draw an angry dog, the more excited the dog is. How is that potentially relevant about the nature of your inner critic?